Hello everyone, and welcome back to Unicorn Overlord. In the last episode, we recruited Magellan, a new sellsword, put him into one of our parties, and we met his sister, Lisa. I'm going to say Lisa from now on, even though it should probably be Liza, because, you know, Elizabeth, Liza, things like that, you know. And we learned that Gloucester, a friend of theirs, was taken over by Zenora. So now we ended up having to liberate him and this entire desert region in the process. And in this episode, we're going to finish off this battle. I don't have very much else to get. Okay, I don't need you there. I'm going to have you get that item. Go right on ahead, buddy. 89 to nothing. Love it. And nice. Glad for that, actually. Oh, because of the 1 HP. Okay, yeah. Please, 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 please. Yes, please do. Do I have another? I do. Okay. It was a little bit out of the way, but I'd rather have that. I'm gonna keep her there. Yeah, that's not fantastic. That's a light tail feather. I'm gonna put him that way. Yes, 260 to 43. I'd rather take that. And we get 2 levels up. One for Berenice at level 12 and one for Clive at level 13. Nice. Double nice. 2 points into a physical attack. That's fantastic. And now he's going to take that. Now, we get 7,000 war funds. I'm going to cancel the movement for now. I know I'm running out of time, but good lord. I want her there. What can I do? You know what? Wild Rush. If the target leader is infantry, it'll do more damage, but considering it was cavalry, I'd rather have that. 4 and 28. Still a win. In fact, I'm gonna do a life aid, bring everyone back up. And oh, that's not great. That is not great at all. What can I do here? Ooh, actually, I can heal. There we go. That's a cheap shot. What the hell? Arrow rain. Not cool, game. Not cool. That was 10. Okay, it's just down to him. 27 to 31. I'm okay with that. 36 to 31, even better. But yeah, I kind of figured. But life aid. What can I get? Is he within range? He is. Oh, that is fantastic. Royal Order. Increase the experience for 1 battle. And it's going to be the last one. 16 to 4. Or rather, to heal 4. Yep, okay, I had a feeling it was gonna be that. And he's got the rolling axe. He missed once, but dish out another 8. Oh, that is lovely. I love it. That is also a good one. It's not, he doesn't have guard rate as part of it, but it's still a good one. That is a lovely level up. That, not so much. Physical attack, accuracy, initiative, I'll take it. And we get the golden ram shield for our trouble. Love it. That's almost 100,000 right there. We're at 40 for honor. How did he not fall over after getting beaten? You're in the desert. Well, yeah, he should be, although his memory's going to be fuzzy. Well, you see... there we go. Black Knight of the Dunes, done and dusted. No, I imagine not. Yeah, Zenora is actually the source of the problem, so... Aramis. Past acquaintances from a bygone day. Now then. And the only thing you hear out of that before it cuts to black, yeah. My own personal theory is that Aramis is part of the royal family. And there's a bit of reasoning behind it. Allow me to join your ranks, Prince Elaine, and together we shall see Drakenhold's glory restored at last. Assuming you would accept me, that is. Well, yeah, obviously. You're a Dark Knight. I would be remiss not to. One as well-versed in the land as you will make a fine ally indeed. Dark Knights are high-risk axe wielders whose attacks grow stronger the less HP they have. So much like Virginia's skill, an entire class is dedicated to doing more damage the less HP they have. And then we finally get Lisa. And there we go. Alright, now. Okay. There's this. Remember this location for later. Monument to the Anemoi. Ooh, a Divine Shard. There's As far as I'm aware, but then again, I haven't really looked at a whole lot of the lore. There's not much known about the Anemoy. Head for Bomb Rat. Right, that was our main quest. Can I get anything out of here? No, I cannot. Damn. Kind of want to go around. There are some other locations we can get. I don't think I can... Oh, I can, actually. Good. Yeah, thanks. 25 for now. Let's station Ock here. He'll be able to give us a few things. Down here is a light feather, as well as some fish. And we get a faded journal. This appears to be a journal, but I can only parse a small handful of the antiquated words within. Perhaps if we had one more capable than I. We in fact do. Hand it here. This language has been dead for a good few centuries now, and the tome is sealed by a powerful magic, no less. And there, the seal is broken. It seems to be a clue to an ancient treasure. If its words ring true, there's one such treasure in each nation, deftly concealed behind the stone carvings scattered across the landscape. We won't be able to do this for a little bit. But once we get the this entire country's portion of the map filled out, I'll go back and get more. Carved of Drakenhold stone. Also, this is a fort. I need to expand because we finally have enough. Let's do this one. There we go. And now, because we can finally get a fourth member, I am going to put in Liza. Wow. I'm never going to be able to get that. Oh. Before I do anything, before I move on, a Dream Blossom. Yeah, Hallowed Cornash. I think I've only used the Hallowed Cornash like once in this entire LP. Which I kind of want to keep it that way. Ooh, Fevrite. You're going to want to remember that for later, like much later. And again, you guys are probably getting sick and tired of hearing me say later. But there's a lot of things that happen later on that are going to be prevalent. Let's see. Can I just... I can. Now. Level 15 battle. Sellswords and gladiators. I think what I'm going to end up doing for this is just having Virginia just steamroll everyone. That is a lot of people to take care of, but well, I'm gonna have Fran and Virginia's unit steamroll this, and you'll understand why. All right. You're gonna go that way, and you're just gonna flat out roll straight ahead. In fact, can I do anything right now? No. All right, well, I'm gonna put a Holy Herb on, because I know they're gonna be taking a lot of damage. Speaking of, Berengar is now level 14. Ooh, fantastic. Heal for 20. Now, overly fantastic. Actually, no, that is fantastic. Holy crap. Okay. 165 to 10. That's fine. That's going to get healed up anyway. Level 16 Oculus. Ooh. Wow. Their level ups are becoming fantastic right now. Oh shit. Well, yeah, I kind of figured that was going to occur, but another heal. And I'm going to do hasten call to speed up the process here. Yeah, you're not. It's not happening. And no level up there, but will be a level up on Jeremy. 92 to 191 to 92. Yep, I lost Virginia in that, but she did level up along with Leah. Well, let's change that. There we go. 172 to 20. Yeah. Fran sadly did not get to the archer in time, but it doesn't matter anyway because we get more level ups out of it. Okay. Evasion's not bad. The initiative's not bad, especially with how slow the Dark Marquis class is. I'm saying that as if we're going to get one more. But the HP and the physical attack stat are actually nice. I like the evasion, and I like how high it is. I don't like the fact that it's the magic attack stat that rose. But we get the bandit longsword, which is going to be put right on Virginia. Alright, pardon me while I get a drink of water. Alright, there we go. Alright, that's 15. You were gambling on a battle? The hell's the matter with you? Virginia, honey, we can't solve everything by executing people. Probably not. I mean, let's face it, sell swords. They do a lot of things for money. The man will say anything to save his own skin. Yes, I'm sparing him because we need more cell swords. Berengaria and... fuck. Leah. Also, I know I skipped over that, but... The 3 poison mercenaries. I think he said something that kind of surprised Leah. I don't quite remember. I hardly ever pay attention to the dialogue anyway. And another 15. And we get Jeremy. Now, who else did we have? God, I already can't remember. Not that it matters. Oh, they're not even on the team. Alright, so here's what I need to do. I need to do some deliveries. Which I can't even do in the first place. Examine Virginia and Leah's conversation. They're gonna be together for a little bit, so... Yeah, I never thought I'd see the day when that happens either, but what would in this kind of fantasy setting, especially medieval fantasy, what would constitute as being cute? Okay, never mind. Well, there you go. Leah has an odd sense of aesthetic. Beside her pillow. She wants to sleep next to that thing? I'm gonna have to agree with this one. Agree with you on this one, Virginia. That would probably make a number of people have nightmares. It is very bizarre. Oh, right, and then there's this guy down here. Battle for Gozaphos. Gonna get this. I want this done. That should be, yep. Not gonna have the lumber anytime soon, are we? How's Carl and a Wyvern Knight? Oh. Hello there, Lauren. Straight out of a fairy tale. Lex, you need to read more. I'm gonna highly encourage that. Anyway. Usual strategy. In fact, I'm gonna have Fran there. I'm gonna have, actually, I am going to bring out Morden this time around. In fact, he is going to take on that. Laurent is going to get that going. Gravity? Wow, screw you too. Okay, come on. I don't like that. Heal for 9, okay. I'm okay with that. Level ups. Abysmal, but not surprising. Fan-fucking-tastic. Thank you, Rosalinda, for picking up the slack. But you are gonna go here and take on this witch. Of course you are. Oh, God. Let's see. Can I do it from here? Can I? Please. God, I don't like that. And you, get out of here. That should cause the gravity well to disappear. Thank you. It's okay. It's pretty decent, especially since the magic defense and the evasion. That did not go... Oh, there we go. I was gonna say, that did not go away. What the hell? Yeah, I kind of figured that was going to occur. There we go. I'm going to... Oh, that's not going to mean much of anything now, is it? Can anything? Nope. 62 to 28. Yeah, I had a feeling it was going to be Travis. But wouldn't have it any other way. Heal for 27. Yes. Now. I know I'm gonna lose a lot of units here. In fact, I don't even have a defensive drought. 80. Yeah. Losing 2 units and keeping the cleric. But oh well. 68 to 5. Yeah. In fact, I'm gonna bring in Lex's unit to use the life aid. And healing font. Yeah. That'll work for now. Come on. There we go. This should finish it. Yep, 63 to heal 20. There we go. Nice. Nice. Very nice, actually. And quick reload. Follow-up attack a single enemy. Meaning she will hit someone twice. Or even just once, if I recall correctly. She can use it when another ally attacks. 32. Or perhaps you'd prefer I call you Renault instead. Yes! You have me mistaken. At least hear my words. You bear no blame for the actions you committed under Zenoira's influence.
兜を脱ぎ解放軍に参加されてはどうです。そのような男は知らぬ。知っていたとしても私が知るその男は10年前に死んだ。
We're getting there. We're getting there with him. But yeah, that is Renault. I would think it'd be obvious because all he did was just change the arrangement of his letters in his name. A honor, there we go, and 15 renown. Yeah, I know you guys are finally free of that. There. We're at 46. We almost have enough for another one to go into a 4-man squad. We're at 1300. We're almost there to rank B. Oh, nope. I want to station someone here. Let's go... Let's go Aramis. There's a... I know it's gonna get me some fish, but... God damn. Okay. Unsullied timber, 1 fish. This will bring me copper. That gives me the lumber. And unsullied timber. Let's see. I could bring these up, and that will give us more squads to work with. In fact, that's what I'm gonna do. Two slots per, and I'm perfectly fine with that. So let's start things off. Let's see. We're gonna have Colm and Jeremy. Well, no, Gloucester and Jeremy. And then we're gonna have Colm and Aramis starting off. It's not gonna be great, because I'm basically leaving them wide open with no healers. But, oh, ooh. Okay, I know exactly what's coming up. Not another step. This area's off limits. Zenoiran orders. Sorry about that. We must have taken a wrong turn somewhere. Come on, Elaine. You heard the man. We should follow her, my prince. Yeah. Care to explain what's going on here? Allow me. The last few years have seen this region struck by a cruel plague, one which has claimed the lives of far too many citizens. Plague, you say? And there's more. All who fall victim are quarantined in a Zenoiran camp, never to return to the town they call home. That explains the strict regulations. As for why Zenora is so keen on keeping hold of the place, it's not out of the goodness of their hearts, I can promise you that. There's a mine nearby, full of valuable resources. If you ask me, that's a much more likely reason. I dare say you're right, yes. But no matter the reason, we cannot ignore the plight of these innocent people. Let us dispatch our scouts to survey the area. And once we're prepared, we deploy for battle. Forgive me for interrupting, my prince, but would you mind if I came along when you did? My sister is stationed here in this town, and I'd like to speak with her about... Wow, apparently I can read, but I can't speak. Well, it is getting close to my time for getting to bed anyway. But of course, Prim, I'll be sure to bear it in mind. How long do I have? Okay, I've got that long. The Champion of Order, a level 13 battle, which is a far cry from some of the other battles we've been a part of. But I'm going to exit Drakenhold, because we have some battles we can go to. The Unyielding Shield, for starters. Yeah. In fact, I'm going to go this way, because we're technically past the point where we could have done this. Quartzite Stone, Corvia Herb. The Cornian Sardine. Oh, Cornut Lumber, a Divine Shard. Oh, I can't get in there? I thought you could. I'm mistaken, apparently. Oh, Sanctuary. That should mean there should be one more cemetery. But that's not the point. The actual point, in order to get this going, we need to take out a group of thieves here. And it's going to be Lex's unit that does the job. Champion of the Rebel Army and lost son of Queen Elenia. I'm well aware. Enlighten me, Monica. If you knew Elaine was the prince, why did you leave us to dispatch those rogues by ourselves? Oh. Ooh, okay, so I'm gonna have to do something with Clive and Monica, because if I remember correctly, then it should be revealed here. Yeah, Clive and Monica know each other. Yeah. They were to be betrothed, married. I mean, he kind of had a missed opportunity here. Ex-fiance would be more accurate.
クライブ、あなたが解放軍設立に携わり、我が家も関与を疑われた。その結果、土地を国に接収され、爵位まで返上させられたわ。かろうじて残された土地はこんな偏僻な場所ばかりよ。
それはすまない。
謝罪はいらないわ。あなたの言う通り過去の話。今や我が領地はゼノイラの管轄。解放軍を見過ごすわけにはいかない。
モニカ、
そんな顔をしないで。昨日の友は今日の敵。
ああ、覚悟はしている。
As tragic as it is trite. Yeah. But I'm gonna change that.
あなたが選んだ道、その覚悟を昔のよしみで忠告してあげる。油断したら即首が飛ぶわよ。さっきの盗賊みたいにね。
Yep. This should actually be a very quick battle. But yeah, Monica knew right from the get-go. It was more of a test. Now, let's see. Clive. I have him on the Black Iron. Honestly, that's for the best. As for the shield, kind of want to put him on the Golden Ram. Let's see. As for Berengaria, I should still have some accessories to give. Not the bronze bangle, though. Or maybe it will be the bronze bangle. Well, shit. Oh, well. A little extra defense won't hurt. Especially if it's going to be magic defense, because her magic defense stat is not great. Alright. But, anyway. And all I can do now is see it through to the end, blah blah blah. But, we have a level 12 battle with Radiant Knights as our enemies. You should know that you should know their deal. They're more magic resistant than they are physical.
反乱軍の様子はどう？現在サントルリッシュに駐留。進行準備が整ったようです。そう。では全軍に伝えなさい。これより奴らの首を取った者には褒美を取らせるとね。はっ。何か言いたげね。お前はこの戦に反対なの？
ええ。
クライブ卿はゼノイラの敵で、今や反乱軍は脅威。私の判断は間違ってないわ。
I highly doubt that, but I'm not gonna argue.
いや、そもそも10年前はお嬢もクライブ殿と同じ思いだった。おそらく今もそうでしょう。
おじい様がガレリウスへの忠誠を拒んだ時、今まで懇意にしていた貴族たちは手のひらを返し、私たちを見捨てたわ。
Nobility, am I right, guys? Higher, upper crust, blah blah blah. You get the deal. Always quick to turn traitor. But Monica actually does not have the full story on her own grandfather. And that'll get touched on when the battle ends.
取られた領地は今やゼノイラの息がかかった貴族が治めている。でも領地の運営知識もろくになく、民を上からこれ以上悲惨な思いをする民を増やしたくないのよ。
And it's always the common folk that pay the price, isn't it?
たとえ彼と戦うことになったとしても。
This statement makes me believe that she did hold a flame for Clive, and I'm probably gonna have that touched on when it comes to their own interactions, and I do plan on having the two interact with each other. Monica awaits us at the checkpoint ahead, Your Highness. And while I wouldn't dare ask that you stay your hand, I do have a request. Might I speak with her again, once the battle is won? The moment shall be yours, Clive. And we have to go all the way up there. It's not going to be too terribly difficult. After all, we don't really have a whole lot to deal with. However, this right here, this little outpost right here, I'm gonna take care of early on. This random watchtower that's practically out in the middle of nowhere, you want to keep an eye on that. Again, it's not all too terribly difficult to deal with. I'm actually just gonna have Fran and a couple of other units like Virginia and Elaine in on this. I shouldn't need any more than that. I'm gonna have Fran move to there. Virginia is gonna take this on. And I'm gonna have Elaine capture that bridge. This battle shouldn't be too terribly difficult, but there's gonna be a few things. It seems like the battle might look easy. Look being the key word here. Wind Fairy's Charm. Awesome. 143 to nothing. Good. You're gonna go there and finish that off. 44 to nothing. You're gonna also capture that base. There we go. Alright, Elaine is gonna stay there for now. You're gonna you took the outpost. Keep your guard raised high or she will crush you like you were nothing. I think you're gonna kind of get what I'm going with here. You're gonna garrison that for now. There we go. Hey, is it just me, or does something feel weird here? It's like they're not even trying to stop us. I doubt they are. Monica seemed to be focused more on a duel than any kind of concerted defense. Guess we'll just have to give it to her then. Looks can be very deceiving in this battle. Notice how that fort is unguarded. Let's go for it, shall we? See what happens. And so I fall to the rebels who ravage our home. Forgive me, Lady Monica. No. That's far too simple. Take the bridge. You, I'm actually going to have just stop right there for now. Okay, here we go. Good. The time has come. All units, march upon the enemy. Ladies and gentlemen, as you can plainly see, she had far more units. Not to alarm anyone here, but I think we're surrounded. The situation is dire, Your Highness, but we must remain calm in its wake. In any case, facing such numbers head-on will only result in utter failure. I suggest we employ the weapons scattered about the region in our counteroffensive. Oh, and don't forget about guarding our escape route. Make sure we've got someone back at the command post, yeah? I'm not overly worried. In fact, I'm gonna put her back there. I had a feeling it was gonna occur. This group here is going to be taken down quite easily. Now, we have a couple of extra weaponry. We have a ballista there, and we have a catapult here. Remember that lone watchtower? Well.
覚悟するんだな。
Yeah, okay, well, I'm okay with taking 15 points of damage.
この私に
Perfectly fine with that.
任せておけ。
In fact, Blade Wave. I love using Blade Wave. I really do. If the target leader can use assist, it does increase damage.
当然だろ。
Meaning it, at this point in time, it can one-shot. This here is a catapult, Your Majesty, a weapon that can hit an entire area with boulders. It's a difficult weapon to use, but it bears immense destructive power in return. I'm certain you'll have no issue employing it well. Catapults are siege weapons that can be operated by any unit. Station a unit, then select the target area to launch boulders. Boulders will damage allies and enemies alike, so be sure to aim your catapult fire carefully. And that's why they have that there. There's actually a couple of reasons why they have the catapult here. One is to take care of the watchtower. The other is to take care of whoever's going to try and man the ballista. I highly doubt anyone's going to man the ballista, but it never hurts to be careful. And also it can take care of these little barricades here. $137. Having a couple of magic-based users in this party setup for Fran has actually done wonders. That, however, will change once we get to the Radiant Knights. Now, I know I said it's good for dealing with that, but considering you've got like 5 shots, I can just use up like 1 or 2. And not have it mean anything. It's fine. There we go. Alright. Now, as for Fran, she's gonna go back to this garrison. Virginia. I'll keep her there for now. And with that, yes, much like anything else, you can gain a level up through using ballista and catapults. However, that does mean that there's going to be a bit of cooldown, and that means you can get first struck. It's not great when that happens, but it's not like much can be done about it. But what can happen is I can stall for time using these steel traps. Not a whole lot of time, because they're still going to get to them, but even with a first strike, they still lose it. 66-1, okay. In fact, I'm actually just gonna launch one right here. And you'll see why. 34-23. Come on. Heal for 14. That doesn't seem right. Is it because of the first strike? It's gotta be because of the first strike. I don't like that. I don't like that one bit. Let's cancel that. There we go. And Yana gains a level up. Ooh. I'll take that. In fact, here's what I'm gonna do. Since everyone is gonna be targeting Elaine anyway. 29. Okay. Fine with that. Yeah.
きにはさせない。
37 to 7. Eh.
体力の限界だ。考えるんだ。
Can I? Nope. But once again,
よし、
do that.
ここは危険だ。
Ooh, reducing damage taken, huh? Go ahead.
俺が相手だ。
It's not gonna mean jack all. There we go.
皆を守れる騎士となろう。
Ooh. Okay.
感じるよ。強くなったの。
Okay, thank you, Berenice.
休息を取ろう。
And 2 to 6. I should still be able to. No, I don't have one. Okay, well, it's gonna be a bit of a loss, but
体力の限界だ。
任せておけ。
can I can get one of them. And it's much better than what could have been. Ah, shit. 2 to 9, that's still gonna be a loss, but
体力の限界だ。
どうするのだ。
that's not what I'm going to worry about. I love how through technicalities you can still damage.
私に勝てるとでも思ったか。
俺が相手だ。
34 to 1. Nice. But yeah,
休息を取ろう。
they're not receiving as much damage as I would like. But to me, it doesn't matter. There we go.
当然だろう。
There we go.
さて、
Now, I have a smoke nut that I can use.
考えるんだ。
And I'm gonna use it
好きにはさせない。
to launch a catapult shot and properly defend myself there.
指示通り抑えたぞ。
Lady Monica is a kind soul. I doubt she truly wants to fight deep down. Take whatever supplies, and we get a concealing cloak. I am not a fan of the concealing cloaks. I'm not gonna lie. I don't like them. Not one bit.
どこへでも
Now
ひとっ飛びですよ。
As for this ballista,
向かいます。
もっと強くならねば。
level 14, level 13. Okay. Level ups aren't bad.
私に歯向かうというのか。
Minus 70. The reason for
わけはない。
the ballista being there is to deal with the reinforcements. This also helps with certain units getting level ups. In fact, I can think of... Oh, I can't really think of anyone in particular, huh? In this group. In fact, I'm gonna have them take it.
お任せください。
You are not.
どうするのだ。すぐに向かう。ここですね。
Now watch.
よし、ここだな。
Okay?
任せておけ。
I'm gonna have you go there.
さて、
You're gonna rest for now. Now watch. Continuous fire, and it does damage to the entire unit. And this gives experience. And that honestly isn't too bad. It's got the evasion. I'm okay with that.
どこへでもひとっ飛びですよ。
Now I'm gonna put Fran this way. A beckoning chime.
任せておけ。
Now, as for Elaine, I'm gonna have him go and battle Monica.
到着したぞ。
You'll understand why.
急ごう。作戦時間に余裕がないぞ。
I'm aware, game.
待機します。
I'm aware. Recording stuff. Not recording stuff. PS5. I'm perfectly aware. Ooh, a heal for 7. Ow. Valorous Order. Reduce damage and increase damage dealt, as well as the Royal Order. This will mean... Oh. Weathered the ambush, have you? At least you're making this a compelling fight. Must admit, Monica, you've grown into quite the skilled commander since last we met. Complimenting your ex-fiancé, huh? We sure you two don't have a flame for each other? Can I? No. Okay. Well, let's see. The standard military treatise. Let's bring her level up to match. Still not enough, huh? Okay. And let's go into the visual. In another time, another life, perhaps this could have all gone differently. Pity shall not spare you my blade. Cavalry Slayer. Yeah. And the Killing Chain. There we go. And with that, get a little bit closer. And we get the White Knight's Shield, which gives life share, which shares HP with an ally, 50% of the user's HP. It's good on units that can heal themselves. Let's see, and we get a little bit. Yeah, I can see that counting down.
Monica, あなたの祖父ノルトハイム公はもともと解放軍には何の後ろ盾もなく活動資金も潤沢ではなかった。そこを君のおじい様が支援しゼノイロに接収されるくらいなら資産をコルニア解放。
It was Monica's grandfather that funded the liberation.
無意味ではないさ。家の存続のためゼノイラからの権威を、そのためには君とも戦えと。すべてノルトハイム公の
敵を騙すには味方から。知らなかったのは私だけなのね。
Oh, that's great. Too believable. But yeah.
彼女がこう言い出す。なんだかんだ言
Fight by our side. We are getting Monica, ladies and gentlemen. Former betrothed. They could still potentially become betrothed once this is all over. At least if I have anything to say about it. But that's gonna do it for now. Next time on Unicorn Overlord, we are going to continue exploring, continue doing battles, and we're actually going to get one of my second favorite characters in the entire game. No, my third favorite character in the entire game. Till then, Shadow Zotai signing off.